Welcome everybody to another video of Dead by Daylight. My name is Cubeproductions, and today we're using Score Merchant as always, using Score Choke Pain Resonance. You all know what this perk does. 4 random hooks become Score Choke. Hook is survival on a Score Choke does generate the most progress, lose 25%. Score Choke give for pain. 4 hooks become Score Chokes. When you hook a survivor on a Score Choke, they become hemorrhaged and mangled until they're fully healed. And then when they are fully healed, well, the first time they're fully healed, they get a 16% repair speed debuff to generators. We have Trail of Torment, making ourselves untouchable if we click a generator as long as no one else touches that gen. And then lastly, we're using Nurse's Calling. What this perk does, if a survivor is healing 28 meters near you, you can see their aura. And then we're using Adaptive Lighting to make ourselves become untouchable even longer, and Brown Nose Generator to make survivors oblivious. Without further ado, let's straight to the games. I can show you how great this build is, and show you why I'm using it. Like usual, I normally don't show this part, but I wanted to show that they did bring a offering to basically put us on the alien map, which is perfectly fine by me because I actually like this map, even though I don't really know exactly what I'm doing on it yet because I have only played it twice. It's the fact that I just like the look of it, and it feels like a big map, but it doesn't feel like insanely big. It's just hard to explain what I mean. But the game starts and we immediately find someone, so I'm like, okay, start for a chase. So the loops on this map are kind of annoying. They're basically just like the loops on the name of the map on the Singularity map. So because of the fact that I heard this person on a generator, I immediately decided to what's it called? Go after them. So luckily for me, I have my headphones in. Normally when I play the video, I do not have my headphones in because when I record my videos 2 different ways. But when I recorded my videos the first way, I couldn't have my headphones in because it wouldn't pick up the it wouldn't pick up the audio in the recording. It would only pick up the audio in my headphones for some reason, which is really weird. Then I figured out a way to play the game where I could actually have my headphones in, but then I haven't recorded that way in a while, so I was like, oh, okay, no problem. But then I figured out a third way. I said 2 ways, but in reality it was actually 3 ways. So I figured out a third way to record. Now that I'm thinking about it, I probably should record the second way, because the second way is the best option. But anyway, now that I know how to record and I have my headset in without the audio messing up, I have the ability to record my videos and have my headphones in so I can actually hear survivors' footsteps when I am in chases. So when they blind me, it doesn't really matter anymore. So on to that gen, I'm undetectable. And I'm like, yes, this is gonna be really good. I can finally use the untouchable to find some survivors and kill them. But what ends up happening is they do a generator across the entire map, and then I don't see any survivors, so I'm like, okay. But because we have a Nurse's Calling, and the whole point of this build is because we are undetectable, we can sneak up on survivors that are healing like this. And the only way they're gonna, they can like stop healing right there is if they see me. So because that guy, I know he doesn't have any unbreakable anymore, I'm gonna down him a second time. Now normally I wouldn't do this, but the reason why I did it, before someone says, I'm not gonna eat tunneling. No, I did it because I was like, wait, he ran literally in front of me. Like he basically wanted me to chase him. So I was like, okay. So because of that reason, I thought to myself, well, since he wants me to chase him, I might as well just get a free down. No, I didn't expect him to have Decipher Strike. I should have seen that coming, considering how literally he ran towards me. But I decided to chase him a second time because I'm like, wait a minute. If I can get him down, he'll be dead on hook. And the fact that if someone body blocks, so they did it right there, now I have literally 2 hits for free. And I have a 3rd hit for free. So basically, it worked out in my favor to decide to continue chasing him. Because I knew one of 2 things was going to happen. Like I said, either I down him, he gets on his second hook because he decided to run towards me when he could have ran the opposite way. Or the opposite will happen where his teammates help him and now I have this amazing start for me. So this girl is going to somehow get down on that pallet, even though I'm pretty sure she saw me first, but whatever. Then they do another gen, so I'm like, well, they're doing gens pretty fast, but it doesn't really matter that much because as long as I can hook this girl on a Score Choke and I can start my Pain Resonance and give her pain nonsense. I hate the fact that this hook, by the way, is turned in this direction. I know the way the maps load and like all the tiles and everything is random, but it's just like, oh, some tiles are always the same or at least similar, barely change. But that hook being that way, it was really annoying because it just ruined everything. So I'm gonna kick this gen again, and now I'm untouchable for however long until they touch it. But like usual, it's really good on Score Merchant because you can just kick a gen, and then after kicking said gen, you can just put a drone on it and it deters people from trying to, do the gen. Even though all they have to do is go in the drone radius for a literal second and then just, what's it called? Go in the drone radius for a literal second and then afterwards just tap it and leave. So they don't leave. That make a problem. But in this game, I learned my lesson. What about learn my lesson? I mean, I played better. I've been making the same mistake in my skirmisher games where I try and like loop pallets that are down, like this one, and instead of breaking them, and I should break them. Because when you loop a pallet that's down like this, the survivor just continues looping it and they basically win because there's no way you can get them unless you break the pallet or unless you have like a power that can actually beat them in chase like that. Skirmisher, of course, doesn't have that. So if they're not claw trapped, then I really cannot beat them if they are using, if they have that pallet down. So I've been breaking pallets down more and more often, fixing my bad habits. And they've already done 3 gens, so you're probably wondering, wow, this game is going bad. But no, don't worry, continue watching, you'll see the progress as we continue playing. So this guy, I know he's getting this loop, I'm just going to put a, I'm gonna kick this gen. Because even though I know he's here, I'm not really that worried about him. Because at any point, I can just follow the scratch marks and kill him. I'm gonna break a pallet in here because I realize if I break the pallet, they'll have no more resources. If they have no more resources to use, I can win every chase. Then for some reason, this girl jumps out of the window. I'm like, hello. And then she goes back in the building. She's like, oh, I made a mistake. I'm like, yes. So now I'm gonna chase this girl. I was gonna go after the people who are probably healing on the hook, but I'm going after her because she's a claw trap on her. So if she jumps a pallet, it will just break immediately. Then she balls this window that I forgot even existed here. But because of the slow ball, I was able to hit her at the last second, even though I feel like it shouldn't have hit, but whatever. The only problem I have with this map is I don't like the fact that there are no hooks in the main building. Like obviously, it kind of makes sense why there'd be hooks inside of the alien ship. But other than that, the map is fine. I just wish there was some hooks in there because having to go outside the building every single time to hook someone, and then what happens when that hook is gone or gets sabotaged, you have to slug it. It's like, oh no. But we're gonna cut it the 3rd time and become untouchable. This girl, of course, sees where I am, and she can easily tell where I'm going because I'm following her. She's gonna drop this pallet, as I predicted. But I'm gonna go over here. I'm gonna go towards the gen because I can't let them be on any more gens because they've already done 3 gens and we've only hooked I think 4 people. So it's just a really bad game right now. Not really game, but really bad outcome at the moment. So because of this call, I can see there's 3 people here. So of course I'm gonna try and intercept them if I can. I hit the girl who sadly was just on the hook, so because of that reason, she's gonna get the unbreakable, which is fine. Now she has to go mend, which is not me. Then this guy is gonna go over here and he's gonna go towards my drone and also towards my generator. Luckily for me, he didn't touch that gen. And I'm pretty sure he's dead on hook. I think I hooked him before, I could be wrong. But I feel like he's dead on hook. Now this pallet right here is really unsafe. So of course I can loop this pallet and not have to break it. But this pallet right here is safe, but because I mind game my red stain, he was able to get murdered. Now I'm praying he's dead on hook, but I really don't remember, so we'll see in a minute. But either way, they're gonna, of course, touch my generator, and now I don't have, what's it called, the untouchable anymore, which is kind of sad, but it's fine. Sadly, he's not dead on hook. I remember now, I was chasing him, and then I was going to down him a second time. That way, there will be someone dead on hook. That way, the next time I do see him, and I was able to win the chase, I go just beat him. But instead, it ended up being his teammates helped him, which is fine by me, because that means, like I told y'all, it's not really good to tunnel, but it's really good sometimes to just have one person dead on hook, because it makes the survivors play a certain way. Like, okay, either defend him that way he doesn't die, or I go at everyone else and he plays more cautiously because he knows that next time I see him, he'll die. So I love Nurse is Calling because I can see where survivors are when they're healing. I don't know why, honestly. They hear right there. I know he doesn't have the size anymore. I'm not worried. I'm just gonna hook him right here, and he's dead. I don't know why those survivors didn't run away because they can clearly see my terror radius. I mean, they can clearly hear my terror radius. I don't think they were oblivious. Well, at least, especially the guy on the hook was not oblivious. So I'm a little confused as to why they didn't run away right there, but it's fine. But Nurse is Calling, always coming in clutch. I actually rarely, if ever, use a Nurse is Calling, and it's because of the fact that the killers I play don't really get don't really get much value out of it, because first thing is 28 meters instead of 32, which is not really that big of a deal, but it's not a full terror radius. It's like they have to hear my terror radius first, and then I can see them healing, so they could just stop healing and I don't get any value out of it. Or, luckily I hit that girl before the pallet fell, or it's going to be a different case where it's like, okay, I see they're healing, but they're just going to, unless I'm a stealth killer, they're obviously going to run away or stop healing, and then I can't down them anymore. But because of these add-ons and because of the perk Trail of Torment, we are able to, easily make ourselves unattainable and get the survivors, catch the survivor off guard. So I'm gonna go over here. I haven't gone into in a while because honestly, that gen I was not really focused on worrying about because you cannot protect every single gen on the entire map. As Skull Merchant, it is not possible. Oh, I lied. It is possible if you use the right build. But like I made a few videos on YouTube talking about how Skull Merchant can block every gen on the map if you use the right perk combination, which is kind of cool. Every killer can do it though. It just when Skull Merchant does it, you can put a drone on the gen too and block it. That's pretty good. But anyway, we're gonna kill the gen for I think the 5th time this match and hopefully get untouchable again. And because 2 people are injured, I know one girl, well those 2 right there are gonna be healing. So I'm gonna go back over here and I'm gonna use my untouchable to sneak up on them as planned. Just like I had last time. But this time, they're actually smart and run away in the right direction. The other guy ran away, but he had his Ice Strike, so of course, he decided to run towards me, but no, you're dying. So now, I finally am going to get this girl on the hook. I believe she's dead on hook. I think it's her second hook. Could be wrong, but I think it's her second hook. So I'm down this girl and hook her. And now we're on her second hook. Next time she gets hooked, she is dead. And all I have to do is worry about that. So sadly, again, like usual, they decided to touch the generator, so now I'm not untouchable anymore. But this build is pretty good, actually. Basically, it's really simple. It uses 2 perks that are pretty good at stopping generator progress. Well, the first perk is Pain Resonance. We all know what that perk does. It's really good at stopping gen progress because it basically just denies the gen with the most progress, but it's really good. This girl got scared. He thought I was gonna go around and like try and get her with my M1, but in reality, I just was following the blood on the ground and the scratch marks. So once I realized that she had blood right there, I knew she was here. I didn't expect her to double back and just drop the pallet like that, but she did. So now she's on her last hook, and they went from doing 3 gens really fast to literally doing no gens. So sadly, that generator is still regressing, so I can't kick it. So I have to kick a different gen in order to get my Trail Torment on. Was kind of sad. But none of these gens are being worked on, so I'm like, wow. The first time as a Skull Merchant player, you go towards a gen and it's not being worked on. So there's no point in putting a drone there. So I activate this drone, and I'm like, and I hear the noise go off, so I know someone's here. So this girl is doing these balanced landing. This is why I should probably use that add-on that makes them, exhausted. So because I decided to protect, not really protect, but because I know this girl is going to trade her life for the girl on the hooks, I'm going to go on the hook. And I want to get it free now. But then this girl's like, I'm going to body block. And I'm like, you are a smart woman. But because she's been body blocked 100%, I'm able to continue chasing this girl. And I'm going down her. Because like I said, I don't really tunnel very often. It was just that one time that guy literally ran towards me. Even though he had decisive, but it still wouldn't make a lot of sense to run towards the killer when you have decisive, because I feel like you want to use decisive if you are being tunneled, not get hit and then make the killer want to tunnel you, unless you're trying to waste the killer's time, of course, but it's a smart idea. But this girl is gonna get hooked the first time. Oh no, she's dead. Actually, she's dead. That means the survivor will have never hooked on a Scorcher before. But anyway, now that happened, and we're gonna kill her, and now we are untouchable again, and there's a winner right there. But then this girl doesn't know where I am because I'm untouchable. So she just runs towards me by accident, and he gets down. But because I know this girl's over here, I'm also untouchable. She doesn't know where I'm coming from. I'm going to be down this girl too, and there's nowhere she can go. And that's why I said, make sure you stay to the end of the video, because this build is kind of evil. Once one person dies, well, that's how killer works in general. One person dies, or one person's out of commission, like on the hook, or just doing whatever. It makes it really, really easy. Not really easy, but it makes it really, really much easier to play, because you only have to worry about one less person. It's a 1v3 now instead of a 1v4, which is much better when you're playing killer instead of having to do a 1v4. But I'm praying I can get to this hook while Boy Over is literally killing me. But luckily for me, I was able to get on the hook, and I hooked every single person once, which is how I play the game anyway. I try my best to hook every single person at least one time. I don't just let them get to the second stage. because I can't remember, it was like the meta was that, or it was something people were doing, but they were getting one person to second stage every time and just killing that person. Oh no, they were telling one person and always trying to kill that one person because they realized it's better to do a 1v3 than it is to do a 1v4, which is, I 100% agree with that. But I would never try and just get one person dead. I might try and get you dead on a hook the next time I see you, but I'm not gonna try and just immediately kill you because that's not fun for either person. But anyway, if you enjoyed the video, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. I love reading y'all's comments. If you have any build ideas, please let me know in the comments. If you're excited for the rework for Skull Merchant, please let me know in the comments as well. I'll see y'all in the next video. Have a nice day.